Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a cheap squad builder. There's a lot of players in the squad builder that you could put in, and maybe pay a bit more just to balance your team out a bit more. But this team will be a bit defense heavy. So we're going to start off with Tim Howard in goal. And of course he is a BPL goalkeeper. And I found that if you want to go for a cheaper alternative, Artur Boruc is a solid choice. Now, I try and look at the actual stats on cards and not just the overall when I'm picking these teams. And that's why I recommend, a couple of the players that I'll put in here. But for your first centre back, I'm going to put in Jagielka. That gives you a strong link with Howard, so you've already got decent chem. Because it's a full BPL team, you'll have good chem anyway. Chancellor Mbemba is going to be his partner in the backs. And that's pretty much just because Jagielka's not the most pacey, but Mbemba can make up for that. Now at right back, Darmian's an obvious choice, but we're going for a lower budget in this squad builder, so we're going to put in Debuchy from Arsenal. Now I found him to be quite solid as well. Darmian wasn't a massive upgrade. And then at left back, probably the most expensive player in this whole squad, Leighton Baines. He'll run you, depends on the day, depends on the market, but around 10k. Sometimes he's 12, sometimes he's 9. The cheapest I've gotten, I bought him for 9.2, but I bought him for 13 before, so yeah, it's crazy. And then a player that I find to be incredible, centre defensive mid, Crystal Palace, Cabaye. I use him so much. I could buy a better centre defensive mid, but I don't really want one. He's one of the better ones in the Premier League. At right mid, I put Inform Lamela in there, but that's because I can't have a normal and an Inform in my squad. I don't think I can, so I just put the Inform version, but I'm talking about the normal one. But there is a lot of decent right mids in the Prem. You could pay for Oxlade-Chamberlain, who I've heard is really good. I haven't actually used yet though. Heung-min Son is on the left, by the way. Quite pacey. I found that he's quite enjoyable to use as well. And then at cam, I was going to put Barkley in, but I'm actually going to put in, there's a lot of budget options as I've already shown you, but Wilshere is the one I'm going to put in because he is only 2k. Barkley is more expensive at the moment. He's more than double that. And then at striker, again, we're going to go for someone who's got a lower rating. To be honest, from the games I've played, Gomez has been good. Great shot on him. But he hasn't been the budget EPL striker that I've scored the most goals with. Mauro Zarate is actually the EPL striker that I've scored a lot of goals with when I was just starting out. And so if you get used to playing with him, he's actually a pretty solid player. And then just to fill out the bench, just to show you some other Barclays Premier League players I've got a lot more now as I'm recording this audio. But again, I'm trying to keep this within budget as well, because at the time of recording this, I had a lot of expensive players on the transfer list. And then, I've swapped Giroud in basically because I find Giroud to be quite good. He's not the fastest, but if you do the same as what I did with the centre backs, and you partner a slower defender or a slower attacker with a faster one, it seems to work pretty well. A lot of teams actually do it in real life, so they'll have a fast player and a slow player. The slower one's usually a lot stronger though to hold up play. And then just to fill out the squad pretty much, I'm going to chuck Jonjo Shelvey in there because I did pack him. I don't find him to be the best, but he's something different pretty much. And then another player that I used a lot early on because I had an Argentina/BPL hybrid, which I might do a squad builder on because I can just bring in the players I used to use. I used Lanzini quite a bit and he did pretty well for me. And then a recent acquisition, Mitrovic. Yeah, I hope he works out, but he hasn't been the best from the games I've played. Now, if you can afford Lukaku, I'd say go with him, but if you can try draft mode or even play with Everton and kickoff and just try him out, because I think he's very hit or miss. I don't think everyone will enjoy using him. And then the normal Zuma could be a solid option. I'm just showing you, variations. And another player that is slow, obviously slow, but pace doesn't matter as much anymore. If you search on YouTube, Mertesacker versus Ronaldo, pace, you'll see that there's not much difference anymore. And because of Mertesacker's really high overall with that low pace, it means that his defensive stats are actually really high. because all of the ratings that he lacks in pace has been added to the other stats that actually do really matter in this FIFA, if you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, because his pace is so low, all of his other stats are actually ridiculously high for a player of his rating. So he plays like a 84 or 85 overall, and his slide tackles go forever. But anyways, just flicking through the players I've got. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to try 4-1-2-1-2 and be sure to get an EPL manager. I use Mauricio Pochettino because I've had him for a while. He's BPL and he's Argentinian, so he works with my 3 squads at the moment. But thanks for watching, and check out some of the goals that I've scored with these players and players that have been in this squad or are in this squad but aren't in this video at this very second.
Until you find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown.